Alright, welcome to the StarCraft2Cast.com presentation. I'm breakycpk, going to be your shoutcasting host, and joining me is nobody because I'm going to be doing a solo cast. And this is, I don't even know what the hell this is for. This is a random replay I downloaded on GoSuGamers.net. We have Lucifron, a very famous Terran player, going up against Enivid, a Protoss player. Again, if you're tuning into this cast expecting a professional if you're tuning into this cast expecting a professional player cast with a lot of inside information, you are at the wrong place. I'm simply just putting my foot in the water here with StarCraft 2, and obviously I come from Heroes of New Earth originally, Honcast.com. I'm a caster over there, so I figured, what the hell, you know, StarCraft 2, I'm actually enjoying the game itself, becoming a fan of it, so I figured why not try casting it as well, and so what the hell, figured I'd give it a try, and so I'm going to do my best. But with that said, so we do have, again, Protoss going against Terran. Right away, we see the Terran player building a supply depot at his open entrance right there of the ramp. We see a pylon going out from the Protoss player, of course, and using that chrono boost to help with the probe. So this is usually a point in the game where a lot of the advanced and insightful players would talk about these players themselves and what kind of strategies they like and what we'll probably see. That simply is not me, as I stated before. It's just I'm just here to cast the game and pretty much state the obvious, so have fun with that. We have a gateway going up right here for the Protoss player, of course, and another pylon going up, so he's going to keep prevent himself from getting supply capped. Immediately building a cybernetics core, and you see the racks already being built, kind of positioning it a little bit differently there, also getting the tech lab up, and another supply depot, so the Terran player definitely preventing that quick Zealot-style rush from the Protoss player, and also preventing the Protoss player from getting the probes into the base, allowing him to scout things out, obviously, so definitely a smart play right there. We already have a stalker actually being built, though, after the first Zealot is being built, of course, with the cybernetics core being finished. And now Warp Gate being researched right off the bat. Very popular style right here. The second assimilator going up for the Protoss player, while already two refineries currently up for the Terran player. We have a factory and another racks going up, so we'll see what type of ability it looks to go for here. It could possibly be going for a Hellion and maybe do a harass, or we'll have to wait and see though what goes on. The supply depot is currently down, so probe coming in right here, but he's going to be completely blocked off. We already see three Marauders coming out here for the Terran player. Another one being built, so he's going for those early Marauders to go up against the Stalker type build he has going on here for the Protoss player, scouting out the SCV right there, taking a couple of hits, but the SCV getting away just in time. You see the probes going out on the outer edge, trying to give him sight in case a drop is coming from those rush Hellions or whatnot. And so definitely a smart play right there, of course, by the Protoss player. But Lucifron with the factory built, he's now getting the reactor on top of it. You see his orbital command, of course. And more supply depots going out. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit here now that we're more progressed into the game. Again, we see the army being built here for Lucifron. 5 Marauders and 3 Marines currently. Neither team looking to expand early on in this game. We do have an army now coming out for the Hellborn. I'm sorry, like I said, I usually cast Heroes of New Earth. We do have a army coming out for the Protoss player. He has a couple of sentries right here. Of course, those very effective against the ranged units on this. I keep wanting to say Legion and Hellborn. Why do I keep doing that? On the Terran side, because of that force field ability, definitely a very, very solid ability for those team fights. We see Lucifron scouting out the Xel'Naga Tower, giving himself vision. Of course, very, very crucial in top-tier games, really in any game of StarCraft 2. But in these top-tier games, you'll definitely see more of that. An immediate observer trying to prevent the early Banshee, that's the word I was looking for, the Banshees from cloaking and harassing the base, also using the Observer to scout things out for himself. As we see right now, he's going to see the army, a couple of medevacs on top of the army on the ground. We see a good chunk, and I'm going to actually look at the units right here. We actually have 8 Marauders. Here comes the Stalkers and Zealots coming in. He also has 3 sentries, so again, he has those force fields ready, but a decent-sized army for the Terran player as well, and it's enough to push back the Protoss. We have a command center. Looks like it's probably going to be going up here shortly for the Nope, he's not going to be going up. He's actually putting in the SCVs in with the troops right here to help for repairs if need be, and now they're going to try to push back the Protoss players, actually picking off the SCV right there, scouting out, using the force field, but here goes the Stalker going down. The Terran player playing very aggressive right here. The medevacs healing everything up. The Protoss player just running away, finally gets the force field out, and it's enough to make the Terran team fall back. So a great push right there by Lucifron, of course, and he sits right on top of that Xel'Naga Tower, again, giving him that vision. So the Protoss player, he does have his first Immortal out now, so he has a robotics facility out. We'll see if he starts to get more and more of those. Obviously very effective units, especially against those Marauders. Definitely use the Stalkers to take out the Medivacs as well, but the Marauders will have to be worried about those Immortals. But with only one Immortal, not so much to worry about at this point, of course. We do have a second one being built right here from the Protoss player. Of course, 3 gateways, or excuse me, warp gates. Now a fourth one being built here for the Protoss player is going to make that into a warp gate, I'm sure, very, very shortly. But the Protoss player forced to play very defensively right here at this time. Again, using the Observer to really scout him out and make sure he knows where he is at all times. But we see the Terran player kind of scouting out the edge right there, trying to pick off one of these Stalkers. But positioning just perfect right there is from the Protoss player, not allowing him to do so. Another Stalker porting in. So 2 Immortals now for this Protoss player, and he's beginning to feel a little bit more confident about making a team fight right here. So we'll see if either team looks to go in. The expansion has finally started here. The command center going up for Lucifron. We'll see if he turns that into an orbital command as well. Most likely will be the case. No expansion yet, though, for the Protoss player. He's pretty much been stuck, of course, having to worry about spending those resources on the units as he got a couple picked off early on. And now he's going to try to defend his base the best he can. No, Lucifron is going to fall back, though. Really just maybe trying to bait him there. But, of course, no bait from the side of Enivid, as he is just sitting strong, doing his best, and keeps the units coming. Of course, he's getting close to supply capped once again, so expect a couple more pylons to go up. Building a couple of Zealots right there, actually, to use the minerals he had. I don't know if he has Charge just yet, or Blink for that matter. Neither one looks like to be researched at this time, but again, he's feeling pretty confident right now. He's starting to push out a little bit, and the Terran team using that Xel'Naga Tower sights them, and they're going to start falling back immediately to their base, so they don't feel too comfortable about putting up a team fight right there, trying to pick off this Marine, and the Marine's like, why did I join the army, as he gets picked off, and that's going to be 1 unit down for the Terran. Not a big deal, obviously, but at least they were able to get 1. No bunker set up or anything, so no type of tough defense necessarily set up for Lucifron here. No siege tanks, obviously, or something like that, so he's just pretty much going with his army and those 5 Medivacs, so he's going to try to make something happen with that. He wants to play at this choke point right here to make this Protoss players grouped up. And the Medivac going suicide mission, barely lives though, down to 2 health. Oh, that would have been pretty big right there. Not necessarily huge by any means, but that would have been horrible for Lucifron, you know, just building a unit, then sending it into pure death. Obviously, he had a rally point mixed up there from the looks of it. But he is going to be able to repair it up, and it's going to be just fine. Not too shabby. Again, the SCV crew coming out for Lucifron. He is not worried about getting those minerals right now. He is worried about going for a team fight right here, trying to pick out this lonely Zealot. Gets the kill there. Concussive shells going out. Slowing them down. Nice force fields, though, from the Protoss player, blocking a good chunk of them. However, more go around. We have the SCVs actually now blocking themselves. They're actually trying to take out... No, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're all clumped up there on the force fields. Oh man, but they are going to eventually go around, and the Protoss player are going to stay falling back, so he was not trying to pick them off. That was definitely good placement of those force fields, but at the same time, he is not able to use these shields as a result of that. Here comes a 1 Colossus, so that's going to be huge as long as he can keep it alive and not put it vulnerable into a vulnerable spot. Here comes the Colossus auto-attack damage. A couple of Valkyries being built, trying to focus down the Colossus. The Colossus trying to microwave. Not going to happen, though. The Colossus explodes. That's going to be huge for Lucifron, taking that out. The Immortals out in front, trying to take the damage. 1 Immortal down. The second Immortal starting to drop as well. There's 2 Immortals down, and Lucifron looking to be in really good shape right here. Now working on the Stalkers. Just too much damage coming out. Those Medivacs too powerful, although down to 1. They did enough already. We see the Valkyries coming onto the ground now. The Marauders leading the way, and this is probably going to be a GG push right here. Yeah, I'm not cheating or anything. Yes, it definitely is going to be a GG push. As the Protoss team, they really just don't have any army. They're taking out the expansion right here, and I expect it any second now. We have another Colossus being built. Hey, maybe the Colossus can 1 versus 20 here. No, that's not going to be the case. Immediately, Valkyrie starts auto-attacking it from the air. Colossus trying to walk down, maybe go, I'm going to take you all out. No, that's not going to happen. The Zealot not trying to run away as well with the Stalkers. But, yeah, that's going to be it. So that was a great fight right there from Lucifron, focusing that Colossus, and unfortunately just a little bit slow to react there from Enivid, putting him out of position, and the Colossus got caught, and from there was just really no chance of surviving. I mean, he tried to tank with those Immortals, as we saw. That just clearly was not going to work, though. Enivid's still staying strong. You know, he has not given up just yet. But it's definitely looking very, very gloomy. We do have the GGs going out, and that's officially going to do it. So, Enivid, unfortunately, coming out on the losing end here to Lucifron. Very solid Terran player, of course, and fun match to watch. So, Lucifron doing what he does best, winning games, and he definitely rolls over Enivid here. So, that's going to do it, though, for this cast. Short but sweet. Once again, I was BreakyCpk, your shoutcasting host. Joining me was nobody. I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm just so used to saying that, but again, because I was solo casting. But, yeah, I'm from Shoutcasted.com. I usually cast Heroes of New Earth. But I was testing my waters in StarCraft 2, and for a possible StarCraft 2 division that we might be getting up soon. Who knows? Anyway, so thanks for tuning in, guys. And as always, stay tuned to me, because I'm awesome.